So uh yeah, I just had to speak on this in particular because I think it's one of those situations where it 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 needs to be said because a lot of people probably don't receive it themselves. And for me, I deem it problematic because I see it a little bit too much for my liking. And I'm the type of person, if something on my mind, I'm going to speak it. Um, so, one of the things that I always say to myself, it's like, don't say certain things and don't let certain things come out of your mouth. All right? Don't let certain things come out of your mouth about yourself. Do not allow that shit to come out of your mouth. Because when it's come out of your mouth, you start to believe the bullshit that's in your head. All right? Keep that shit in your head and keep that shit from coming out of your mouth. All right? So, not going to say exactly who it was, but this person know who it was. Um, he know exactly who he is, and you see this. And um, I'm going to cuss another motherfucker out just for even leaving some bullshit on there. Like, you know better than this because, like, even around me, I don't allow certain fucking talk to even to happen. And well, this guy said that sometimes he feels like a fucking failure. Um, he feels like a failure. Um, this irks me because if you know how I am, like, I'm a very, I want to say arrogant. Um, I'm extreme. I'm extremely confident in myself. I'm extremely confident in myself, and I don't allow certain things to even get next to me, to even get in my soul, my spirit. I don't allow certain shit to even get in my spirit. I don't, and that could comes off as arrogant. That can come off as arrogant. That could come off as egotistical. Quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a fuck if it does. But I'm very keen on what the fuck comes out of my mouth. I don't think a lot of people don't do that. Um, if you're new to the channel, like I said, this is something that I just wanted to speak on right now because I've seen this person say this shit, and yeah, nah. Gotta be able to speak. Gotta be able to do this because, like I said, man, I'm not one to just sit idly by and let somebody say, you know, the things that are untrue about themselves. Um, this person decided they want to write in front of the world that sometimes they feel like a failure. Sometimes they feel like a failure. Don't let that shit come out of your mouth. Don't let that shit, don't even visualize that shit. Don't take the fucking time to put that bullshit on social media. Why? Because words, vision, whether it's being written or whether that shit is being stated, don't let that bullshit come out of your fucking mouth. Words become power, words are power. God created the earth and just seeing and visualizing it. He created the universe and just seeing and visualizing it. It became so because he saw it and he visualized it. You seen a guy, you got two guys, Tupac, and you saw Tupac and you saw Biggie talk about this shit all the time. They talked about death, 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 death. Dying young, dying young. Even in their videos, dying young, dying young, dying young. You know, like, to be honest, even Snip. Nipsey Hussle, another one of them people. Die young, die young, die young. Look, if I die, if I die, if I die, if I die, if I die. Look, a lot of this shit became so because they kept speaking on this shit. They kept speaking on it. They kept speaking on it. They kept seeing it. They kept talking about it. And it became so. A lot of shit in their lives happened because they spoke on negative shit, and they spoke on death, and they spoke on down themselves. One thing I will say about Nip that I did like is that he talked about empowering his people, empowering people in general. All right. Don't allow that bullshit, Sonya D. What's going on? Don't let that shit come out of your mouth. I'm telling you right now, for years before I even started getting, before I really started getting a lot of, traction on this type of stuff. Like me, I used to have this phrase. If anybody saw me on Twitter, on Facebook, I had this phrase: I am great, I am great, I am great, I am great. I literally used to call myself a God. Okay? Yeah. I'm walking in the light of God. All right? I used to say this long before I even got to this period. I used to say this, and I used to visualize, and I used to see. I wrote everything down. I wrote my vision down. I wrote my goals down. I wrote all this shit down. Words are fucking powerful. Even when you get fucking trolls and shit on this type of stuff, and people come out and say, yeah, Mike, you're an asshole. Mike, you this, and you don't do this, and why everybody in the Falcon space, they despise you and hate y'all platform. I don't give a shit. Keep on moving. Don't internalize that bullshit, because when you internalize certain emotions, when you internalize certain things that people are saying, you become that shit. You will become it. So I'm going to say this. Don't allow bullshit to come out of your mouth. Don't allow yourself to even speak if you're shy. Hey, I'm shy and I have a fear of speaking in public. All right? Don't allow that shit to come out of your mouth. Words are incredibly powerful. I'm a testament to that. We are a testament to that. You look, 6-Man K-Style is a testament to that. Letting certain shit come out of his mouth. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Kev would tell you this himself. In the beginning, trying to get him to even do this was a stretch, because he used to say those exact same words coming out of his mouth. And I remember an instance where Kev said, man, I ain't got no damn talent, man. I can't do shit like this. I saw the fucking talent. Maggie saw the fucking talent. Shell saw the talent. Everybody saw the fucking talent in Kev. Sonya saw the talent in Kev long before he even got to this shit. And look at him now. I wouldn't allow him to say certain things. I wouldn't allow him, and I wasn't taking no for an answer, by the way. I was not taking no for an answer. I was gonna have K-Style by my side whether he liked it or not. And I was I was consistent. I was not going to allow 6-Man K-Style to not do this shit. I wasn't taking no for an answer. And that's the way you gotta be with this type of shit. Don't allow the shit that in your head become a reality. Don't allow the shit that you saying to yourself or those voices in your head. Don't allow that shit to either visualize. Don't put this shit on social media so you can see it. Don't let that shit come out of your mouth. Don't let none of that shit come out of your mouth, Mr. Tactician. Don't let a lot of that bullshit come out because it's a bald-faced fucking lie. Everybody is made in the image of God. And I'm telling you right now, if you say it, if you visualize it, if you write it down and be consistent with that, I promise you, you can be in exactly the same positions that we are with hard work. Because not just saying those words, but going forth with the action behind those words and consistently, no. When somebody come at you and say, yeah, man, you a piece of shit, you look right at them and say, fuck you. You look at them right there and say, fuck you. Sit there with a Coke and a motherfucking smile and say, fuck you. Don't allow them motherfucking words to come out of your mouth. Look, that's what I'm talking about. 6-man K style right here. So this is my own little version of the STS. All right. Because I saw this shit and he's gonna get prepared to get cussed the fuck out when I get off of this. And I'm talking about LT. I know the feeling bullshit. You know good and goddamn well I don't allow no bullshit around me like that. Certain words ain't coming. You're not gonna use certain words around me. Cause we gonna be by some action. We gonna get to the bottom of it. Don't allow certain words to come out of your fucking mouth because it comes reality. Don't allow certain words to come out of your mouth. Keep that shit in. What you thinking, don't write it down. Especially the negative shit. Visualize it. Visualize good things. And one of the things I really despise when it comes down, and I really don't give a shit because it's actually a pastor that I watch, and I watch multiple. Jew as a pastor, you know, his father just did one this past this Sunday. They take turns. Alternating preaching for each Sunday and whatnot, and it was Jew's father turn this week. So I was watching him this Sunday, and then I was watching I was actually watching Joel Osteen for years, and I still watch him. And one of the things he say all the time, which I have a major problem with even the church in itself, because one of the things when it comes down to that, like everybody has their own little message and how they convey positivity, how they convey the word. And I have a major problem with people that say to him that, oh, he's just a motivational speaker. So was God, motherfucker. Jesus himself, the Lord himself, was a motivational speaker, but it was about action with that. And to be honest, Joel Osteen helped me get to a point where I wasn't comfortable with everything in my life. And I used to listen to Joel Osteen, and a lot of his words were extremely empowering. And that's for me personally. So whatever you need to do, whether it's reading books like 6-Man K Style, Kev sent me a lot of stuff that he's working on. Warren sends me a lot of stuff that he's saying. I go to Warren a lot, Kev a lot, when it comes down to certain types of philosophies and things and how they end up getting by on certain things. So you need a crew of people that are around you and people that's gonna tell you, nah, you full of shit when you putting yourself down. Nah, we not doing that shit. We gonna do something about it. Cause it's gonna be motherfuckers like us. We call it the unholy alliance, not for the reason that people think it is. We have an unholy, unruly way of going at motherfuckers that come at us at any way, okay? So if you motherfucker get it twisted like we on some Satanist type shit, well, believe that if you want to. I will not correct you. Believe what you want. Our philosophy is what? We rather pray for you than pray on you. But don't get it fucked up. It will happen. Sonya Sonya said I used to have a fear of public speaking when I started working at the Braves. All of that changed. Yeah, Christy, this was literally spurred of the moment because I saw one of the people that follow us. Y'all probably seen him. Like I said, I don't want to speak his name yet until I have a conversation with him. So it kind of irked me to do this. And like I said, this is a small change. All right, I do this shit all the time. I just haven't made it. I mean, you see us on 6-Man K-Style. We do this stuff all the damn time. That's what the STS is all about. We not over here just talking shit. We do something about it over here. We don't say, all right, we gonna help you. We really about the community. We actually do something about it over here. We got teachers. You know, we got people like Christy. Go out her way to help people. She goes out of her way to help people. She a little bit crazy. She a little bit cuckoo, but she got that's my homie right there. But like I said, man, don't allow certain shit to come out of your mouth, man. Don't allow people and their views of how you are. Don't allow that shit to get into your spirit. Don't let that shit. Don't allow that bullshit to get in your soul. Soon as that shit gets in, it's not, look, it's murder she wrote. Because the enemy is waiting for you to get down on yourself. The enemy is waiting for reasons to take you out. And it starts with doubt. And it starts with the words that are coming out of your mouth. Don't allow that shit to come out of your mouth. And like I said before, K-Styles, I remember vividly when we propositioned me and Maggie Shell, and I'm sure Sonya has some influence at some point in time where Kev used to I remember. He may not remember this, but I remember him saying, man, I ain't got no talent, I'm just me. And I said, bullshit. I will not allow him to stay. Nope. I would not allow him to say no to me. That's why I made the pact and the infamous a six pack of beer almost every show. K-Style had beer. That was me. All right, helping him through each state of mind. If I was gonna get K-Style, he was gonna be in this position where he is now, I had to make a compromise. All right, you got a beer? All right, that's what you need. We're gonna do this. But that's where it starts. It starts with actions. Kev took that step. Warren took that step. Same thing. I saw the same thing. We saw the same thing in Warren. Warren wasn't originally thinking about this until it's like, yep, I see this in you. Let's do it. But like I said, you gotta, like Sonya said, you gotta step out there. You gotta step out there and trust yourself. You never know what you can accomplish. I'm telling you right now, I know I sound goofier than the motherfuckers to some people, especially the way that I fucking talk. Yeah, I probably sound goofy as hell to some people, but as soon as you step out of your comfort zone, I promise you, you'll start seeing a lot of shit change, and you start to see even your own. You'll surprise yourself. I guarantee it. And like Sonya, I used to have a fear of public speaking, even being in performing arts at a young age. I had a fear of public speaking. Believe it or not. Nervous than the motherfucker. It got so bad. I remember in the 8th grade. Oh boy. I already have kind of issue with my hands, where my hands are constantly moving. Like it's hard for me to keep my hands still. And I had to stand in front of the class and read a goddamn poem. Boy, boy, boy. That was the worst day of my fucking life. That was the most embarrassing day in my fucking life. To stand in front of a crowd, stand in front of a crowd, get laughed. Well, we talking about motherfucking the whole class, the teacher, everybody was clowning my ass. Okay, everybody was clowning me. And I stood up there and I read that motherfucker. I was shaking like a motherfucker. My hand was going 100 miles an hour, and I was shaking. I was shaking like a motherfucker, but I got through it. I got through it. I was scared out of my motherfucking mind. A lot of times people don't even realize, like, fear ain't just all about, what internalized. Some people, they have physical issues when it comes down to fear. And what I mean by that, some people get physically sick. So they have to have certain, meds to be able to help them get over, because it's physical with them. So like I said, man, don't look. If anybody in this Falcons niche, I don't know many people that have been pretty much fucked over more than us in this Falcon niche. We have been called every name in the fucking book. Niggas, ignorant. Like, we have been called everything. Look, we've been threatened physically. We've been threatened by a lot of people. We've been through a lot of shit. We work with a lot of people, and the things that come out of people's mouth because they view us a certain way, because we speak a certain way, we have a certain way of doing things. Yeah, we could have easily quit and say, nah, I'm not doing this shit. I ain't doing this shit. I don't want to be talked about. We got a motherfucker named Shit and Dirty. I mean, 3 Dirty. Same shit. Because he doesn't like how we convey our message and how we speak to him in certain terms. He felt it necessary to try to tell us about ourselves, that we were shit human beings and all these types of shit. That's why you don't see this motherfucker on my shit. I will not internalize any motherfucking self-criticism. I will not internalize that shit. Words and actions have power, man. And if we take time to actually listen to the positive shit, because there's a lot of positive stuff. But guess what? We naturally divert our energy away from that. We hear the positive affirmations in our head. Man, damn, I'm sexy than a motherfucker right now. Look, I can pull any goddamn body right now. I'm smart. I'm all of this. You hear all that shit. But naturally we try to darken, or we try to quiet those positive affirmations, and we give power to the negative shit that we think, because we think positively and we think about the negative thing, but we don't give the positive affirmations about ourselves life. Choose to give the positive affirmations life. Choose to give the positive affirmations even to your kids, man. To the kids, the people around you. Choose to give them the powerful shit. Everybody's so quick to tell a motherfucker what's wrong with them, but we not quick to tell somebody what's good about them, what's right about them. I'm the type of person, I will cuss you the fuck out and I'll fix you a motherfucking ham sandwich the next minute. I'm a sadistic son of a bitch, okay? Make no mistake about it. That's why you embrace the fact that people will be offended by your presence. 20% is better than 100%. That's it. Embrace it. Become it. Because the reason why they're saying these certain things, I'm gonna give y'all a fucking secret. They don't even know this about themselves. They don't even know this shit about themselves. The reason why they say these things about you It's because they see something good in you. They see something great in you. They see something great in you. This is why people say these things about you. They see something great in you. They see something, a talent. They see something into you. So they're gonna go out of their way to try to make you feel bad because they see that talent in you. They see that light in you, and they can't see themselves in that light. Or they don't have people in their life to tell you about their light. So that's a lot of, I won't say jealousy, but they're definitely envious in certain light. And like I said, man, don't allow that shit. Don't let these negative thoughts, let that shit fuel you. Let that shit fuel you. Somebody tell me I can't do anything? Yeah. Yeah. Because I was the one that had to be talked into doing this. I'm the one who had to been talking to doing this. I didn't want to do this shit. I knew I was good at it, but I really didn't want to do it until my homegirl Adonna, she had an opportunity to do a podcast. She was like, nope, I'm not. If anybody, it's going to be you. You going to do it. She would not take no for an answer for me. She would not take a no for she was not taking a no. And that's how you got to be with yourself, man. Don't take that shit that people be saying about you. Don't internalize that bullshit because you giving it life. And like I said, Kill, yeah. Myself, Kill, Juan for the most part, Sam, yeah. A lot of us are natural introverts. We would rather be in our own little space with our own people than be out and have a bunch of fucking attention. We would much rather have that. I was like that too. That career had me grow a lot. Trauma locks. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, don't give that negative, those negative thoughts, don't give that shit a voice. Soon as you start giving that shit a voice, guess what happens? You start hanging with people, and I'm telling you, energy will bring people, like-minded people to you. Okay, let me say it again. Energy will bring like-minded people with you. So if you, for example, or a person that says, well, I'm never gonna do this, so I'm never gonna have a real good job, so I'm gonna take what I want. Guess what? You can have those same people around you. A lot of people do a lot of energy bonding. They do a lot of energy bonding. So whatever energy they're feeling, those are the people that's going to gravitate towards them. So if you feel like, oh, I'm never going to do this, and I'm never going to have this, and I'm never going to get married, I'm never going to have this, guess what? You're going to have a whole bunch of motherfuckers around you that think exactly the way you think. You're going to have a lot of motherfuckers around you. Change your fucking circle. I'm telling you right now, change your motherfucking circle. If you feel like your life right now ain't headed the way that you want, is because you got a bunch of people around you that look, change your circle. I heard this from I hear this one for one, but I learned this lesson from Terrence Mathis. He say his circles are so fucking small. He preached this all the time. Coach Mathis Morehouse. He teaches this all the time. Change your circle. Your circle is going to be, look, your circle is all about the energy you want. If you want growth, change the people, change the conversation, Go talk to a motherfucker like Elon Musk and see how stupid you sound when you're around him. Go change, go and have a conversation with Donald Trump, and you'll realize how fucking stupid you sound saying I'm never gonna make it. This son bitch don't believe that. Donald Trump know he the shit. Elon Musk know he the shit. All these motherfuckers know Kanye. All they know they the shit because they see it. They see it. Don't allow that negative energy, the negative words in your head to take root. And the negative things that are happening in your life. Some people allow those negative things in their life to define who they were. So they start hanging around with people. Oh, I had this happen to me when I was a little girl and a little boy. And you speak about it, talk about it. You don't try to get help. You don't try to talk to people about, all right, how we gonna get this better. You try to hang around people and y'all share y'all war stories. So much so, you want to start a business on the war story. You want to get a friend with the war stories. You want to date somebody who got the same war stories. You two motherfuckers with the same war stories, sharing the same fucked up ass stories and same pain. There's a lot of pain friends out here. These are not real friends. There's a lot of pain friends out here. A lot of people have pain friends. They don't got real friends. They got pain friends. Everybody, they come together on their pain. They come together and share their stories about their pain. Nobody want to make the shit better. They just want to be able to go to the next person so I can talk about my pain. Well, fuck all that shit. We're going to do something about it. I wasn't a person, to be honest. Like I said, I say this all the time. A lot of my family don't even really believe when I say it, but I did not have a lot of positive affirmations from my mother like that. I did not have that. Not saying that she didn't love me, but I didn't have that. I was a fucking mess growing up. Before my mom got saved, I was a fucked up human being. Spiritually fucked up because I did not have no positive affirmations. And you already know me and my dad being locked up for a good minute. I didn't have that. All I had was my big brother who was 12 years old trying to raise me. So I didn't have certain things. So spiritually, I was messed up. That's until I got certain people, moved away from a certain environment, got with people that had more, and it changed my fucking world. Because we changed the people around. And that's one thing I will always thank my dad for, was changing the environment. I would always thank my mom and dad for changing our environment. Because it's people in your environment, the people that you see every day, that you love and you care about, those same motherfuckers are the ones that keeping you down, that you call your friends. Don't allow this trauma bonding bullshit, sharing pain, keep you in the same spot. We got a lot of people that want to only talk about them being depressed, them being suicidal, them being sexually assaulted, in 50 cases, physically assaulted and damn near killed. But you hear 50 Cent talking about every single day about assaulting people, like him killing people and all that type of shit. You don't hear him speaking on it. You see him talk about making money and progress and actually helping people. People can say what the fuck they want about 50 being a petty motherfucker, but he don't spend most of his time talking about, especially right now, you don't see him spend a whole bunch of time about, oh, I got this and I would never trust this person. Look, he on a whole nother tip right now. He on a positive game. And if you're not on his level, you get left behind. He got friends. The people that you saw in G Unit, some of these people are not on it, on that same vision. And guess what? They got left behind. So that's how you gotta do the same thing. You gotta do the exact same thing. Don't allow your pain to become the reason why you stay stagnant and stay in the same fucking space. Don't allow your pain be the reasons why you refuse to change. A lot of people use their pain and things, well, oh, I broke up with my baby daddy. We're no longer together. And that becomes your story. Oh, I'm a single woman. I'm a single man. I'll never let another man get that close to me. Well, you fucked up your own life with that mentality. He didn't do it. You did it. Because you want to stick to that pain. We got a lot of motherfuckers that want to stick to the pain, bro. And like I said, look, we told y'all that AFN, Matt Mike Sports, the Unholy Lines, that we're going to change. Y'all gonna see a lot of videos and stuff like this. And if y'all like it, we'll keep giving it to you. But like I said, don't allow your pain to become your life. Allow your successes to become your life. And I promise you, this is what I fucking promise you. I promise you, you'll start feeling better. You'll start seeing better. Current reading the 50th Law. Yeah, I actually got that book already. I got that. I have that book. That's a must read. So, like I said, man, don't allow this trauma bonding bullshit in your life. Because a lot of people, again, these ain't friends. Those are energy fans. Them energy people. Change how you are. You'll see how many of those people that you call friends change just the smallest thing about you. Don't go out to clubs. You on a business, like you in the mode where you're creating a business, and they can't understand why you staying 12, 14 hours at work or 12 to 14 hours at home doing research and reading books like trauma. Change your you will see that these people that you think are friends are really just energy sapsuckers. These people you guys are bonded on that energy, whatever that's especially negative energy. A lot of people got friends that's only friends because y'all share that pain. And soon as that pain is no longer there, y'all no longer have a connection. Because the stories change. The stories change. Yeah, I grew up in Summer Hill. Born in Summer Hill. Yeah, I grew up in Perry Home. Yeah, I grew up in East Lake Meadows. Went to Charles Drew when there was fights every freaking day. And I'm not exaggerating. There was literally fights every day at that school. And this is where this is where I changed. It's going in spaces like that. And then my dad got a promotion. My dad ended up getting a promotion and we moved to Avondale Estates. And you talk about a motherfucking culture shock? Go from Perry Homes to Avondale Estate. That shit will fuck you up. That shit will fuck you up. So, like I said, I know I've been a lot longer on this than I originally thought I would. And like I said, I'm definitely gonna throw some content out there. So don't fret, my pet. The Falcon content, the NFL content is still coming. 6 o'clock. We definitely gonna have that. We definitely gonna have that coming real soon. But like I said, man, don't allow your energy become the reason why you stay stagnant. A lot of the reason why we're in the same place is because we're sharing our war stories and not our happy stories. Check out The Minimalism by Ito Watanabe. I think I said that right. Don't allow that shit. There's a lot of people in your life right now, and y'all fucking know it. People in y'all life is y'all friend. They are your friends because y'all sharing war stories. Start telling you. I'm telling you right now. I promise you, because I've actually had this happen. I've had this happen. A friend of 30 fucking years. When I started growing, when I started getting more and more successful at doing this type of shit and building the business on top of it and moving to a certain area, oh no. Mike was tripping. Mike let people brainwash him. Yeah. Mike was letting people brainwash him. We're not friends like that anymore because you let people look. People literally accuse Maggie of brainwashing me. I don't even know. No, I've definitely told her that. Maggie was accused of brainwashing me because I became a better person. I became a more confident person. I become that. This person accused Maggie and Kev and the crew of brainwashing me because I became a better and more confident person. When I was that person that was quiet to myself and didn't share a lot of my fucking thoughts and feelings, yeah, I was a perfect friend because I could just do everything that they told me to do. As soon as I got the motherfucking answers, oh boy. When I got the motherfucking answers, when I got the answers to the key to the test, when I got the answers to the test, yeah, everything fucking changed. This motherfucker don't come around at all because I got the answers now. I am in charge of me now. I'm in charge of me. Like I said, I'm the most unconventional spiritual Christian you will ever fucking meet. At the end of the day, everybody got a journey, and a person doesn't change in a day, a week, 2 weeks, 10 years, 20 years. It took my dad 40 fucking years, okay? 40, almost 50 years to stop drinking. I'm telling you right now, 40 years of my motherfucking life, my dad was a raging fucking alcoholic. So don't think because this person says he's a Christian don't mean that they don't have a war that they fighting, that it's just gonna change overnight. It ain't gonna change overnight. I became a Christian and changed my lifestyle 20 plus years ago. Folks immediately stopped being my friend. I'm telling you. That's it, bro. I'm telling you. Change how you get certain information. Change your life. I guarantee you will see the people who are truly your friends, how far they fall off. Because y'all bond on trauma. Y'all bond on trauma. And it's not that person is a bad person. Y'all share that same energy, those feelings. And that becomes the source of that relationship. Sometimes you even marry and have kids with people because of certain energy and certain mindsets at that point. And then you look at yourself like, God damn, how the fuck did I end up with this motherfucker? How the hell did I end up with this motherfucker? I ended up with the same motherfucker that looked like and breathed like my dad and looked and breathed like my mama. And those the same people that you say to yourself, like, damn, I would never do that. And then you end up with it. You end up with some whores. It's people that end up with whores, and you're not that type of person, but you end up trying to figure out why you even got to that point. Is because, again, it's all about pain. It's all about sharing that pain. And when you start sharing that pain, you are more susceptible to bullshit when you share your pain. Do not share your pain. Don't let the pain be the reason why you have a relationship or a friendship with people. You start sharing that pain, and that's all y'all talk about all the time, and y'all don't really talk about anything else positive, how we gonna change it. And every time you gonna, hey girl, let me tell you about this man right here. This motherfucker left me and my kids, and he ain't giving no shoes. He wouldn't even take them, come up and pick him up. That becomes the source of y'all fucking stories. As soon as your story changed to, hey girl, let me tell you about this man right here. This man came up here. He bought me something. He bought the kid something for the whole year. He took him out to eat, and I didn't have to do nothing for 2-3 days. He came and got it for 2 months. Change. Look, watch how she start acting and how they start acting when you start sharing your success stories. Soon as you start selling your success stories, sharing your success stories, I guarantee people will, and I'm telling you, people will start falling off because they don't want to hear that shit. They want to be able to talk about the shit that went wrong in their life, and this is why shows like Real Housewives of America or of the world or whatever the fuck it is. This is why shit like that is on TV. People don't want to change. They don't want to get better. They want to share their pain. That's why those are one of the damn. I can't stand that shit. I hate that. I hate that shit with a passion. I do not want to talk about how everything going wrong and wrong and wrong. Like, no, motherfucker, I want to talk about the positive, the good thing that happened. That's why that bullshit like that, because it's all, again, trauma bonding. These people ain't your friends. Y'all connected. Y'all energies are connected. These are not your friends. Okay? I hate to tell y'all this, but I love it at the same time. I hate to tell y'all, the people that you looking at, if y'all sharing these stories, these same stories about, oh, look, man, my mama don't do this for me. My daddy don't do this for me. And that's all y'all ever talk about. And y'all don't talk about good shit. Y'all don't talk about, exercising, eating the right foods. Like, we talk about this shit. We talk about motherfuckers dealing with anger issues and all that type of stuff. This is what AFN, we do that. Now, there's some people that takes a little bit longer to listen, but these are the things that we talk about. And we piss each other off. Oh, boy. Oh, me. Oh, boy. When I get in my mode, when I ain't trying to hear that shit, oh, you gonna hear those exact words. Look, man, I don't give a fuck what you talking about right now. But the change in me has happened with that when I was like, all right, I didn't want to hear that shit in that moment. But I actually go back and say, all right, what did I do wrong right here? And actually do it. I don't give a fuck about being right or wrong, because at the end of the day, I'm wrong about a lot of shit. But again, you don't allow those things to take power over you. That's the biggest thing right there. Don't allow that shit, and don't allow the people that's in your face right now. And all y'all do every time you see your hunger, y'all want to, hey girl, let's go get some drinks so I can tell you about this. Let me tell you about this bitch at work. Smoothly, what's going on? Let me tell you about this bitch at work. I gotta tell you about it. Again, y'all, it's called pain. I call it trauma bonding. Y'all got a bunch of trauma bonding ass people around y'all. These are not friends. And once you change your life and you change your habits and you change the way you talk, you will see these people get more and more distant. Sometimes it's a dramatic change, but oftentimes it's a slow and steady. Man, I'm busy, man. I got to work today. My boss. Conversations more and more. Hey, man, I just got to make money. I'll tell you right now, this is how you can tell when people know that you're changing. They always say, man, look, man, I can't talk right now. I can't do this right now. I got to work, man. I got to get this money. You'll see. So that's all I got, man. Like I said, don't allow certain words to come out of your mouth, man. Don't allow that shit to come out of your mouth. And that right there, my friend, is nothing but the mad Mike Truth. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm out, man.